Lakewood Ranch hosted the Pirates of Port Charlotte on homecoming tonight. And the Ranch, Taron Law is going to take the handoff, and he goes. He busts through the line, turns on the Jets. It's about 25 yards. And that would set up this play right here. Law's faking the ball to Will Pilkington. Touchdown, Ranch. Yes, Pilkington gets in. Now Port Charlotte gets a ball. The unstoppable Anthony Campbell, 25 yards into the end zone for a Pirates touchdown. Lakewood Ranch then, Harrison Skokas. Get the pass. 40 yards later, he's in for the score. Almost runs over the camera woman. Kimberly Cuisin. Thanks, Kimberly. Port Charlotte now. Tyler Harless throws to Alwyn Laplace. We see Alwyn many times on these highlights. And Harless to Logan Tuttle. And Tuttle going to push players out of the way, go in for the score. Touchdown, high stepping into the end zone. The Mustangs. Zach Larson now. Pass to Daniel Clifford, who flips it to Skokas. Look at that. As he was getting brought down, he flipped it to him. And Skokas going in for the touchdown. Mustangs went on to win 42-21.
They're competing in the National High School Coaches Association 7-on-7 football championships. Manatee, Southeast, and Bayshore fielding teams in this one-hand touch tourney. The IMG Madden Football Academy in Bradenton hosting the three-day event. And helping coach the Southeast Seminoles, alum and former FSU and NFL star, Peter Warwick.
They really like it, you know, when I go out there, you know, it's kind of funny when I hear people say Coach Pete, Coach Warwick, but I think that they reacting real good, you know. The good thing about it, the kids, they love me, and they like to learn. So, and they listen, and that's what it's all about.
College scouts are also on hand checking out the talent and helping the players understand the recruiting process that they'll face. The championship game is set for Saturday afternoon.
24 hours after winning the semifinals at Sarasota Sailors took on Palm Beach Gardens in Orlando. The Sailors were down 6-0 in the sixth inning, but after a hit from Taylor Donson, Cassidy Hamill was brought into home. Then Kat Zlud had hit another hit, bringing Taylor Donson back into home. Now, unfortunately, that was all they could muster. Palm Beach Gardens wins 6-2. Sarasota is the state runner-up for the second time since 1988. And even though the Sailors didn't bring home the state title, team members say their hard work still paid off.
To come out with a medal is a great feeling. We got a young squad who has that fire now, and hopefully we'll be back here next year. That's our goal.
I think it feels wonderful even just to be here. I mean, we all have an opportunity to be here, and yeah, I'm going to miss the seniors, and we're going to be back next year, but it's just a great feeling to be here.
Now, nearly 100 women are trying to win a chance to play on the LPGA Tour this week in Venice. The LPGA Tour sectional qualifier teeing off yesterday at the Plantation Golf and Country Club. Players from all over the world are here this week trying to take that next step for a spot on the LPGA Tour.
It's a lot of pressure. I mean, obviously, you need to put up 2 good rounds to be here for the second 2 rounds. So it's a 4-round tournament, 4 days of golf. You got to play well the first 2 days to be here for the last 2 days. So, anybody who didn't have a good opening round needs to go low today.
2 international players are leading at 6 under par after 2 rounds. Bradenton resident Suki Bake is 9 over par, but she did make the cut. The top 30 qualifiers after Friday's final round will move on to the final qualifying in
30-yard line. People are jacked, ready to go. The Jaguars come down with it in the end zone. Jaguars tied at 7. But Taron Laws, who is now the de facto quarterback, he's a running back, but he basically runs out of a wildcat situation every play. He hands it to Harrison Skokas for the go-ahead touchdown, 14-7. Jaguars, they kept on coming. Go, baby, go. They go in for another touchdown right here to tie it. Lakewood Ranch then deep in Jaguars territory. And they get the touchdown right there, and they go on to win after Anthony Assay with the interception. Seth Browning had a field goal. The Mustangs won it 34-20 as softball in the game was halted as the space shuttle flew overhead. What a great thing, isn't it? Playing a state semifinal game, you get to watch a shuttle right there Braddock, though, got on board first. They had a 1-0 lead and then made it 2-0 with a sacrifice fly right here. But then Messer shut them down. Messer, in that strong defense they have, kept it at 2-0. And Katie Johnsky trying to hit the shuttle with this home run. That started a barrage of runs. They scored 8 unanswered. The Sailors came from behind to win 8-2 and advanced to the Booker Tornadoes. Suffered no problems with weather. They traveled down to Inglewood to take on Lemon Bay. Scoreless game when Willie Abner takes the handoff and goes 15 yards before John Heckler takes him down. And that would set up this play. Jermaine Leverett going to drop back, and he completes to Ricky Jones Jr., who takes a pass and goes in for the score. 7-0 Booker led. But Lemon Bay's Michael Messina going to hand off to his workhorse, Andrew Schulte, who had like 350 yards in one game last year. Actually, the week before they played Booker last year. He breaks through, and he's on the go. He races 60 yards. The Tornadoes lead down to 7-6. They come right back because Winton Paris is going to take a pass from Leverett after they celebrated Lemon Bay for eons. Leverett hits Paris, and Paris goes in for the score. About 20 yards in, and Booker just kept on rolling because Leverett then going to hit Jones Jr. again. And this time, Ricky makes a nice leap and catch, goes in from 34 yards out, and another touchdown. It looked like Booker was going to go in again as Abner headed for the goal line after taking the handoff. He busts through the line, nice run. He is just a power runner, but he gets hammered out about just before the goal line. John Heckler making a nice stop short of pay dirt. And that helped because Leverett then looking to pass gets sacked by Nick Lasardo. And hey, you take your victories where you can, but it was short-lived because Abner going to hammer his way in. The Tornadoes won big tonight, 48-26. Boom! Hammers. They hosted Port Charlotte tonight. Homecoming for Lemon Bay. Homecomings all around. Alwyn Laplace of Port Charlotte. Tackled by Lemon Bay's Anthony Medico. The ball is dropped, picked up by John Hecker, who takes it in for the score from 40 yards out. Hecker, he's a ball hawk, that guy. And Port Charlotte, Zachary Wheeler says, hey, I'm going to get Laplace right back on the horse. So he throws to him. Laplace makes the catch. He goes about 30 yards for a nice gain down to the 35-yard line. And then the Pirates, Wheeler, look at this, keeps it himself. He makes some moves, breaks some ankle tackles, and there he goes. Unstoppable Wheeler. Port Charlotte scoring. They would get the ball again. This time Wheeler back to pass. He's not going to keep it himself. He rolls out. Intercepted by Hecker. I mean, this is like Wheeler against Hecker tonight. But the Pirates would get the ball back. And this time, Anthony Campbell for the touchdown. Or actually, that was Lemon Bay with the touchdown, Anthony Campbell. So they led 14-13, but Mike Messina, Lemon Bay, looking. No goal. Port Charlotte would end up just waylaying Lemon Bay. 49-28 was